Welcome back. We already studied characteristics of particles of matter in the last class. Today we are going to discuss about states of matter. We can see three different states of matter around us. They are solids, liquids and gases. These states of matter arises due to the variations in characteristics of particles of matter. So we can study the properties of these three states of matter in detail. First one, solid state. First we can discuss some examples of solids. Pen, book, rubber, pencil, pressure cooker, fan, glass, TV, etc. are solids. What is the speciality of these things? They have definite shape, no? What about its volume? Is it changing? No. They have definite volume, also with the distinct boundaries. They are having a particular shape and we cannot change its shape by applying force on it. It may break under force, but it is difficult to change their shape. So we can say that solids are rigid. But what about rubber band? Is it a solid? It changes its shape on stretching, right? Actually, rubber or rubber band it's a solid itself. The reason is that a rubber band changes its shape when we stressed, but on releasing the force, it regains its original shape. So it is a solid itself. The other property of solid, they have negligible compressibility. That means we cannot compress or reduce its volume or change their shape when subjected to outside force. For understanding it clearly, we have to know the arrangement of particles in solids. Now you can see the arrangement of particles in solids, liquid and gases on the screen. From that, it is clear that particles of solids are well arranged or orderly arranged. You can see that the particles are very close together and locked. They cannot change their positions, but they are vibrating in its place. So, the kinetic energy of the particles are very low. The intermolecular force of attraction, or we can say that the force of attraction between the particles of solids are very strong. Because of these reasons, that is, the particles of solids are very close to each other and are locked, and strong intermolecular force of attraction, we cannot compress solids and they are rigid in nature. We are able to compress sponge. What is the state of sponge? Is it a solid? Of course, it is a solid because it has so many holes in it and air is trapped inside the hole. When we press, the gas or air inside that will expel out, so you can compress sponge. But after losing all the gases, sponge will not get compressed. Next property, they show high density. Density is the heaviness of the substance. When mass is higher, density also will be higher. Or we can say as the number of particles increases at a unit volume, mass increases, thereby density also increases. Density can be defined as mass per unit volume, that is mass by volume. In solids, the particles are closely packed, that is no space between the particles. So mass is higher. So density also is higher. Here is another question. Solid ice or wood floats on water. What is the reason? Because in ice and wood, there is lot of space between the molecules. And in these vacant spaces, air is trapped. And we know that air is lighter in nature now. So they float on water. So we can conclude that Solid have definite shape, they have definite volume, they are rigid in nature, have negligible compressibility and have high density. If we are saying in particle level, the particles are very close together, locked and vibrate in its position. There is strong attractive force between particles of solids. The kinetic energy of these particles are very lower, that is negligible kinetic energy. One more question for you. What about sugar and salt? When kept in different containers, the sugar or salt take the shape of the container. Are they solids? Yes, definitely they are solids. Here we have to consider the shape of the individual crystals only. They are not at all changing its shape when kept in different containers. So they are rigid and are solids. Thank you for watching.